What's up, guys? Welcome into that Large Bid Bearcats podcast. Tonight, I'm joined by a special guest, Elijah Jones. Elijah, welcome into the podcast.
Thanks for having me, Ryan.
So, Elijah, let's talk a little bit about you. 5'11", 190-pound wide receiver out of St. Joseph, Pennsylvania. Coming off a season where you guys won a state championship, you had 13 catches, 479 yards, 6 touchdowns, in just 9 games, right?
Yeah, I got hurt a little bit there in the middle of the season. I tweaked my ankle, I sprained my ankle. Was out for 4 games, and then I came back against Roman Catholic, and after that, I was fine.
So let's get to know you a little bit as a person. Who is Elijah Jones off the field?
Off the field, I'm a little bit the same person on the field. Really, I love being around the guys. Love being around, my family, my friends. Like I just like hanging out with them, just having fun. When I'm not from doing football, I still like to work out. Like I'm a very active person. I've been like that since I was younger. I have an older brother who's kept the whole family busy with his football stuff and then AAU basketball. So I was always running around, but just like staying active, like running around, like relaxing too. I'm not gonna just keep running around all day and not relax. I do like to sleep a lot. I get that I sleep too much sometimes, but sleeping and eating is like my number one and two things after football.
So let's talk a little bit about the recruiting process. You chose Cincinnati on Friday over offers from Boston College, Duke, and Pittsburgh, among others. What was it that stood out about Cincinnati?
For me, Cincinnati just felt more like home than the other two. The city is amazing. Like it reminds me of Philadelphia. Like as soon as I saw the skyline, I was like, it reminds me of home. So that really played a part in it. Like I don't like I want to feel like I'm still home, even though I'm away from home, and that really helped. Like it was the a driving force. But just getting on campus and getting a feel for the vibe, like everything was all city like. It was all close knit and tight. Like everything was in one area, and that's what I really liked about Cincinnati and the campus. But just getting into the football aspect, like they're competitive. Like as you know, they're moving to the Big 12, and they just want to keep working, keep getting better. And that's like a driving force for me. Like coming from St. Joe's, we're a winning program. I don't want to go from a winning program to a losing program. I want to go to a program that wants to win, wants to get better, and has high expectations and high goals. And that's what Cincinnati had. And I love that.
So you were on campus, as you alluded to, for your official visit this past weekend. Not this
Mhm.
weekend, but the prior one. What was that atmosphere like, getting to chop it up a little bit with the other commits, and what was your favorite part of the visit?
Oh, that experience was amazing. Like I flew in and just from the coaches, not even the commits, like the energy was already high. They were already excited to see me, excited to get the weekend started. But just from the commits after the day, like we actually started their energy was high. Like they wanted to be there. They're excited because a lot of them they had already committed, so like they were already home for them. So it's just like we gotta get the other guys to commit and just them being friendly towards me and the other kids that didn't commit. Like they were just really welcoming and wanted you to commit. And that probably was the best part, like hanging out with them, the recruits, and then at the end hanging out with the players that are already at Cincinnati. Because for me, that's always like a big part, getting to see like how the actual players feel about the school, especially now that they have a new staff. So I really wanted to see like how they felt from going from Coach Fick to Coach Satterfield, and they've all said great things about the entire new staff, and they all love it, which again was a big part of choosing Cincinnati.
So you're a guy, you turn on the film, you're used in a lot of different ways. You're used at jet sweeps, you're used out in the boundary, going one-on-one, you're used on the field side for wide receiver screens. What has this coaching staff told you as far as how you'll be utilized once you get on campus?
They told me that I'm going to continue to use the same way I have in high school, inside, outside the slot, moving around in motions, jet sweep, deep pass, middle of the field. Like, so it's going to be basically the same for me, which is great because our coach at St. Joe's Prep, he always likes to move us around, get us open in different kinds of ways. So that just carrying over makes it 10 times easier to know the playbook and get on the field.
So I will say one of the things that really stood out to me when watching your film is you're a big physical receiver. I've never seen a kid that's posting highlights of them having a pancake out wide. That's something that you've worked on over the years, or just something you enjoy being physical when you're not getting the ball?
No, I love being physical. That was always my thing. Because even before playing receiver, I was running back like almost every little kid growing up. So I was just running through people, stiff arming people. Now really was my favorite move, just stiff arming people, just throwing people around. So blocking people and just throwing them around is just a highlight for me. But at prep, we really do like emphasize blocking because we emphasize playing great without the ball in our hands, and that's something that we pride ourselves on as a receiver group. Like we want to be the most physical on the field, even though you have the linemen and the linebackers. We want to be able to go into the box and block 6 foot linebackers and put them on our highlight tape because they don't see that coming. Most receivers are flashy or speed, but like we're fine with getting in the box and blocking DBs, blocking linebackers, and that's just something that's fun for us.
So there's obviously a lot of momentum around Cincinnati right now. The transition to becoming a Nike school and then also joining the Big 12. Did either of those play a factor in your recruitment?
The Nike part, no, but being a Power Five school, that did impact my recruitment. I always wanted to go to a Power Five school, be at the highest level I can, and that just boosted my decision even more to make it easier for me.
So looking at your St. Joe's teams, you come from a powerhouse program. 7 state titles in what is it, 10 years?
Yeah.
7 state titles in 10 years. You guys won state this past year. You've got another Cincinnati target quarterback, Samaj Jones. You play with Emilio Agard. Sorry if I butcher his name. Then you also have 2 wide receivers out wide with you, Brandon Raymond, West Virginia commit, and then David Washington Jr. How does having that level of competition around you help elevate your game individually?
Oh, it's amazing. And even before having them, my freshman year, thankfully I was able to be surrounded by Marvin Harrison Jr., Samir Hagens, Malik Cooper. And those guys, I just got to watch them and soak it all in. I got to watch them work, watch their mentality. And that really helped even before being around like my own class. Like that's what helped me the most, propel myself to be better than some of the kids that are already in my grade. But being around Mill and all of them, that even helps even more. Mill probably the best, in my opinion. I may be biased, but the best DB in the country, going against him every day in practice, that helps a lot. You go against other teams, it becomes easier. Like the game slows down for you. It's like, oh, he doesn't react like Mill, so I can do this. Like Mill is more patient, or Mill does this, and now that makes it easier to go against other DBs because you know how to combat that. And just being with Dave, Samaj, and Brandon, like we call me, Dave, and Brandon, we all call ourselves a trio because we're like the big 3 receivers at our school right now, and we're all together, and we all help each other get open, help each other get better. So like it's just a great brotherhood there with that. And Maj, he just puts the ball where it needs to be. It always helps us. We always talk to him after a play, after a drive, scoring or not. We always say, hey, is that good? Hey, do you need to do something different to change it up? And he's always vocal about that. And that's why we're always so able to get open and be accurate and on time with the passes.
So knowing that Cincinnati is also after your quarterback, Samaj Jones, I assume you're in his ear now that you're committed to the Bearcats.
Of course. I'm in his ear, but also my other teammates who are at West Virginia are also in his ear. So in our group chat, we're going back and forth. Maj come to Cincinnati, come to West Virginia. So it's really a big battle. But at the end of the day, it's his decision. And no matter where he goes, we're going to love him for it and hope the best for him.
Right. So Philadelphia, obviously known for the Philly cheesesteaks. Are you what is it, Pat's and Geno's?
No, that is just no. Don't go to Pat's and Geno's. That's just for the tourists. Everyone outside of Philly will tell you that you got to go to Jim's on South Street or Del Sandro's. Those are the spots you need to go to. My personal favorite is Jim's. I've always liked that growing up. I'll go to South Philly, go to South Street with my family, and we'll get cheesesteak from there.
So what you guys, I think during your recruiting visit when Depends, you had the Eagle. I think that was what was catered for you guys. Are you going to try Skyline, or have you tried that yet, the chili and spaghetti?
Oh, no, I've tried that. Me and my dad actually tried that on the official visit, and we liked it a lot. It was really good. So, it's not that bad to leave Philly and go there.
All right, so you're already one of us then.
Yep, already,
All right, man. So lastly, student always comes before athlete. What are your plans as far as what you want to major in college and what you want to do outside of football?
Yeah, I've given it a lot of thought. It didn't come easy either. Like I've always tried really hard, especially freshman, sophomore year. Oh, what am I gonna do? I can't think of a major. Like what am I gonna do if football doesn't work out? But I started to think more, and it came easier actually because I'm a big math guy. So I started to think, oh, let's get involved in math so I can still stay around football, and that led me to data analytics because I know there's a big field for that, and especially in football and outside of football, I can work data analytics with an NFL team or a college team or just in the business world. And that, in my opinion, gives me the best opportunity to have the most wide variety of jobs to choose from once I come out of college.
Well, Elijah, we appreciate you coming on with us tonight. We don't want to take up any more of your time. Anything else you have for Bearcat Nation, or any plans as far as this coming season when you plan on getting back on campus for a game?
Nothing. Let's just go win. I can't wait. Definitely trying to come up to that Oklahoma game. Hopefully, let's get a win there and keep going from that.
All right, Elijah. Well, appreciate you coming on. We look
Appreciate it,
forward to
Ryan.
talking to you again sometime soon.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.